I'm here to show you the new PXG clubs now available at Plaza Golf. And it's a wonderful feeling club. And the idea was Bob Parsons, who started Parsons Xtreme Golf, that is the PXG, and his idea was to start off with a company that makes the finest golf clubs available, period. Substantially better than anything else. And the time constraints were none, cost restraints were none. He just wanted to make the best club possible. And what he's come up with is a wonderful feeling forged club. It has dense tungsten along the perimeter where they've moved the center of gravity back that way with an elastomer on the inside here that moves the center of gravity back with the weights and makes it more forgiving, a higher MOI. They also boast of the thinnest face in golf, and it's so thin that it has to be supported by the elastomer on the inside to keep it from breaking. So the distance is fantastic, and it's forged, so the feeling is, you just have to try it to understand how good it is. It's just the most wonderful feeling in the world for hitting a forged golf club. And it's a model that's very forgiving that anybody can hit. So that's the 311 model. They also make a tour version, which also is a blade, but it has the dense tungsten again along the perimeter to make it more forgiving. And even though it's a blade, they say it's got the sweet spot the size of Texas. So now you can play a blade that's very forgiving. Smaller profile, thinner as far as the sole, thinner top line, but super forgiving. And again, it's an item that you have to see and feel to really understand how good it is. They have a wedge line also, and the wedge line is very similar. Again, more or less a blade, forged. It's got a wonderful sole that allows the interaction with the ground to be just super smooth. Dense tungsten again, so even though it's a blade, it plays very forgiving. So if you're hitting full shots with gap wedges, sand wedges into greens, you're not giving up anything by playing a blade because it really plays like a cavity club. And again, it's got a feel that's just unexplainable, something you have to experience. They also have a putter line, and in the putters, they're just beautiful and very much almost a look of jewelry, but all the technology is there. So again, these silver weights along the back move the center of gravity back. They have weight along the inside too that just gives it a beautiful look and a beautiful feel when you hit the ball. So it's another thing that's just a wonderful item from PXG that you need to try. Now, back to the irons. There's two finishes available. They have the satin, and they have this also a black finish. And it's just another option that looks beautiful. I have a friend of mine that's using these that absolutely loves them. And again, it's a wonderful looking club. And in this case, we've actually put a black shaft into it just to enhance that look. So they're beautiful clubs. And again, you want to come in and get fit, because it's so important to get everything right. Get the shaft right, length, lie, loft, and all that's included, of course. So something to schedule an appointment and come on in to see us. Also, they have a driver in fairway woods. And again, in the driver, we have the movable weights again. So in this position right now, the weights are in the back to make it a little more forgiving. Toe and heel weights to make it a little more forgiving. But you have the ability to change those weights. So I noticed one of the tour players, all the weights are in the front. So he wanted a lower launching, lower spinning driver. But as the average player, if you have trouble getting the ball in the air, we can move the weights towards the back to make it a higher MOI and easier to get the ball up in the air. Or you could just move them toe and heel just to make it extremely forgiving without having weight forward or back. But these are all options that when we're on the launch monitor fitting you, that we can try and make sure that we get everything right. So again, this is one of the items you want to come in and get fit for. They also have matching fairway woods and hybrids that are very much the same with the same movable weights. So wonderful stuff. Schedule a fitting, come on in and get the finest golf clubs in golf. You can also visit us at plazagolfonline.com. You can go to the website for PXG and hear the actual story from Bob himself of how he started the company, and that's pxg.com. And we look forward to seeing you here at Plaza Golf.